and an all-standing last 2 time really shows its usability in-game. The character seems to lack any sort of support or defense other than its main passive being a revival of the user, which can be useful if used correctly, but puts you at a major disadvantage, giving you weakness, making any attack kill you with rare exceptions. Overall, just being a bad meat shield for players having no abilities to support. Its survivability is good by itself, with others, not so much. I will give it a 0 out of 5 in support and 2 out of 5 in defense.
It was a hard choice, but Builderman obviously shows some of its drawbacks. Builderman is a good support character but requires to be in a stationary state, and other than a slowness to the killer and a slow heal dispenser, it doesn't have much going for its survivability with its turret being a stall. I will give it a 2 out of 5 in defense and a 3 out of 5 in support.
Also, support can mean a stun, as technically it can support your teammates if used correctly, just to let you know.
This is a way better stall and distraction tool than Builderman. It's an awesome character to play, but it is very risky to play in general, as this is a more dependent playstyle than most survivors. For first-time killers, it's an easy win for you, as you can easily fake someone out with your clone, but more experienced killers know you popped a clone, but it can still assist you greatly. Its teleport is a very useful tool, but is risky. If used correctly, can be easily one of the most annoying to deal with for the killer. On smaller maps, 007 suffers to deal with the killer, and the long wind-up on teleport makes it useless when being targeted. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in defense and a 0 out of 5 in support.
For the default character, they are really giving you some good abilities. Its Bloxy Cola assists the player greatly, and having 2 of them is amazing. Its Ghost Burger is also really useful at the end of round, basically making it so the killer has to run around not knowing where you are. Overall, a great character. Only drawback that its slate skin is practically useless with a 1 situation where it could be deemed useful. I will give this character a 3.5 out of 5 in defense and a 0 out of 5 in support.
Elliot, the best support character, being able to heal anyone instantly, and gaining an ability that gives you speed from healing people, making it even better. The only drawback being that it can only hold 1 charge of the ability that gives you speed, Rush Hour. I'll give this character a 3 out of 5 in defense and a 5 out of 5 in support. Now on to the top 3. Guest is a good defense and semi-support character, taking skill and reaction time to use. Its charge move is good to stall the killer. Its block move, if used correctly, can negate any source of damage, which can be really useful for 1x4's projectiles, but can also, if used on a physical move, give you the ability to stun the killer with punch if successfully blocked. This stun is great against all killers and can catch some new players off guard. More decent players, you need to have more skill in landing it. Its stun can help players escape from the killer, but requiring you to be close. Guest also has a greater amount of health pool than most characters with 15 extra HP. Its drawbacks are only that if you fail to block an attack, you will get punished for it. I will give this a 4 out of 5 in defense and a 2 out of 5 in support.
Shedlitsky is one of the best characters in the game right now. Its slash ability allows you to stun the killer with no requirement, but at very close range. Its fried chicken is an heal item you spawn with, giving you a practical medkit to your disposal, with a shorter wind-up and an overtime heal. The slash can also catch the killer off guard. I will give this a 4.5 out of 5 in defense and a 3 out of 5 in support. And the best survivor is...
Now you may be wondering why, but Shed has a healing item, and a good stun. Does Shed have a ranged stun? Does it have the possibility of having more than 120 plus HP? Technically yes, but you get the point. Chance overall is the best character in game, and you can consider this a bias, but most of the time if you aim correctly you can save someone from death from miles away with your gun, making it a good support. Shedlitsky on the other hand, the killer can still get an attack on you, while Chance confirms no M1 will hit or charge you. Also having an HP cap of 130, being able to tank, allowing you to take more damage than the average survivor. Not to mention this counters every killer class, including John Doe's passive. But the major downside is the weakness and the chance of the gun failing. A fair trade-off for the ranged stun, but most of your games it will never proc. I rate this a 5 out of 5 in defense and a 3.5 in support.